Okay, so I did a little poking around and I found out where my mistakes were, so I'll just go ahead and I'll show you where those were. So the very first thing I'm going to do is go to the first person blueprint and go into complete BP. Let me go ahead and stop this. And the first mistake that I had made was that I had attached the get controller player, which was the correct node, but I had connected it to the target instead of to the player character. And so upon doing that, all of a sudden these keys started working, right? Because without this going back to the controller, which is the keyboard and the mouse, we couldn't actually get to these keys. So that was the first mistake. The second mistake, let me go ahead and hit save. And the second mistake was on my blueprint inside of first person character, and I had misspelled the name inside the open level for the end. So this part was working. It kept respawning me in level 2, but the end one just wouldn't go anywhere, and I was like, what's going on? And I had forgotten the I, so I was doing a man menu map instead of a main menu map. All right. And then from there, the last thing that I corrected was I went into each one of the BPs for the complete blueprints, and no, sorry, I went into the maps for both the lose and the win widget. So let's do the win widget. And if I select the green background, which is going to be the image, I can go to anchors. And if you push this one right here, what it does is it spreads the image always to make it maximum all the ways to the edges, right? So I'll show you how that looks like on the loose widget, because I don't think I did it on that one. So let's close this and let's go to the lose widget. And if I clicked on the red, well, anyways, normally it looks like something like this. If you hit anchor with the red selected or with the image selected and then hit this, you would then get something that looks like that. And what that does is it makes sure that it spreads it all the way to the outer edges. Okay, so with those things done, we should now be able to fully test this. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go ahead and find my main menu, and I'm going to start from here. So let me go ahead and push play, and let's push play. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just die. Okay, so I'm going to push the enter button. That should take me back to level 1, which is the current level. Okay, we're going to hit the end key, and that did take me back to the beginning menu. So let's push play again. And this time we're going to skip everything in level 1, and we're going to see if the you win condition comes up. It does. Let's hit enter. That takes us to level 2. So what I'm going to do is go to the end here. Let's hit enter again. Okay, so let me check and see what's going on with the second one. And let's go in here and we'll pull this one up in comparison with the other one, which was working for 2. So let's open up the 1 for 1, because level 1 was working. Oh, I might have made the same mistake because I copied and pasted, so you actually get to see me corrected here. Hooray. Let's go back to 2. And there it is right there. So it's connected to target, so let's disconnect that one. Let's break that link, and let's connect this back to player character. And we'll hit compile and save. And this time, instead of starting in starting in the main map, we'll just start from level 2. And let's push play. And so we're just going to check the end conditions and make sure that that trigger box is working correctly. Okay, we hit enter. That's good. Let's see if we can hit end, and that'll take us back to the main menu. Okay, we hit end. That did. Okay, so we've already checked both of the dying conditions, or the health bar going all the way down conditions here. Let's try the end, because we have not tried that. That does work. Okay, and now let's see what happens if we lose our health bar in both conditions for the for level 2. So in level 2, what we need to do now is take enough damage that our health bar goes down, and then we'll check to make sure that the enter and the end keys work here both the same. Okay, so we have failed now in level 2. Let's hit enter. That takes us back to level 2, so that's the level that we were in. And so the enter key is working correctly. And let's see if we take enough damage now. Hit the end key, and that should take us back to the main menu. Okay, so we'll hit end, and there we go. So now we have the win widget, we have the lose widget, we have both an enter and an end command that show up only when we are in the trigger box, or when we've made contact with the trigger box. And that makes sure that we can't go through the level by hitting the enter and the end keys. And then we also have a way to quit the game from those two places by hitting the end key. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. You guys have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.